All right, today we are diving into something I think pretty much everyone can relate to on some level. The psychology of people who just hate being told what to do. It's that prickly, gut-level reaction that's way more common than you'd think.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? Someone tells you to do something, maybe it's even good advice, but something inside you just immediately pushes back. It's this powerful resistance that goes so much deeper than just being a little annoyed.
And this is where things get really interesting. See, the common view is to label these people as arrogant, difficult, or just plain stubborn. But modern psychology asks us to look again. It suggests that maybe, just maybe, this isn't a character flaw at all. Maybe it's a sign of something else, something like independence, self-drive, or even real mental strength.
So what's actually going on inside the mind of someone who feels this way? Well, it's not just a mood they're in. It's much deeper. It's kind of how their brain is wired. So let's break down the 5 core traits that really define this independent mindset.
Okay, first up, trait number 1. This is the big one, the real foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
It all comes down to a really, really strong sense of autonomy.
Basically, we all have a need to feel like we're the driver's seat of our own lives. But for people with this mindset, that need is turned way, way up. So any order, no matter how small or well-intentioned, can feel like a genuine threat to their personal freedom. For them, independence isn't just a preference, it's a core part of their identity.
And that leads us right into the second trait, which shows us this isn't just an emotional reaction, it's also about how they think.
These individuals don't just blindly follow orders. No, they think before they obey.
Now, this is not rebellion just for the sake of it. It's more like their brain automatically runs a fact check. When you give them an instruction, they're internally asking, wait, does this actually make sense? Is this logical? Is there a good reason for this? They don't reject authority. They reject things that fail their own internal logic test. You've got to convince them, not just command them.
So if external commands don't really work, what does? Well, that brings us right to our third trait.
The secret is that they are motivated from the inside. Their drive comes from their own interests, their own passions, and their own values.
You can think of their motivation like a flame. An external order can be like a bucket of water just dumping on that fire, putting it right out. But if you give them a choice, if you show them you trust them and give them a reason to care, that's like giving that flame pure oxygen. It fuels an incredible level of focus and commitment.
All right, on to trait number 4. This one is more of a social trait. It's all about how they read the room.
These folks are highly, and I mean super highly sensitive to the power dynamics going on in any given conversation. It's almost like they have this built-in radar for it. They can instantly tell the difference between someone offering guidance versus someone trying to exert control. A suggestion that comes from a place of mutual respect, they'll welcome it. But a command that feels like it's coming from a place of superiority, that's going to trigger that resistance every single time. It's not about the instruction itself. It's all about the delivery. Respect is absolutely the key.
And now, our 5th and final trait. This is the one that really ties everything we've talked about together. At the end of the day, they value their own self-respect way more than they value getting approval from others.
This all stems from a really strong internal value system, like a personal code of conduct. They would honestly rather create a little bit of friction or even disappoint someone than go against their own principles. So that pushback you see, it isn't about trying to be difficult. It's about protecting their own integrity. They resist to stay true to themselves.
So when we take a step back and put all these pieces together, the picture starts to look very different. What might look like a flaw on the surface is actually a sign of a hidden strength. Let's connect the dots here.
I mean, just think about it for a second. When you combine a deep need for your own autonomy, a habit of critical thinking, a powerful internal drive, a sharp sensitivity to power dynamics, and a fierce commitment to your own integrity, what do you get? You get a pretty clear picture of someone who isn't difficult. They're highly independent, self-driven, and genuinely mentally strong.
So what's the big takeaway here? If you remember one thing from all of this, what should it be? Well, it all boils down to one simple but really powerful idea.
This quote just nails it perfectly. They don't need control, they need respect. As soon as you understand that, everything about their behavior just clicks into place. It's not really about challenging authority, it's about a deep need to be treated as a capable, thinking individual who deserves respect. And that leaves us with one last question to think about.
The next time you see someone, or maybe even yourself, resisting being told what to do, just ask yourself this: is what I'm seeing really defiance, or could it actually be integrity?